Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. You join us once more in the map editor where we are making this island loosely based on Jurassic Park. And we've done a lot of work here. An awful lot of work. Last time we made this tiny little islandlet out of a cliff piece and a tree with a little jumping puzzle and a prize at the end of the rainbow. A rainbow that is kind of tainted by the fact that if you fail, it's deep enough for a shark to swim up and bite your face off, which is nice. But we also made it so this little islandlet, this little sub-island off of our main island cannot at any time be swamped by a storm, because we built up the land inside the cliff piece, because we know that the sea mesh will ignore rocks and cliff pieces, but it will not ignore the island mesh. So hopefully this thing won't be swamped in a storm. But it's, yeah. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got that. We have another one on the other side of our main island, which also has bloop. Yep, it's deep enough to take a shark. In fact, it's very close to the abyss. It's super close to the abyss. So we've got a few of these little jumping puzzly things. We also have, for your delectation, a tube or cave or sort of, I don't know. I think we might need to revisit this at some point, but we also have some houses. Ooh, a house made from the superstructure of a boat. We also have a sunken wreck made up of lots and lots of boats. A quayside, which is kind of cool. We've got the internal forest with its forest walkway, a raised walkway that goes through the woods with steps and stairs and various bits and pieces that what we have made. The headland with its little rock bridge and more stairs. I'm liking this island. I'm liking it a lot. House, sort of outlook. We also have our underground lab, which you can't get into because you can't cross the island mesh, but it's there as decoration. And we have our river. Ooh, it's a river with the sort of source of the river there. And little fish do spawn here, as do poison boys and all manner of different things. So, as far as the island goes, it's looking very islandy. Everything's there. There are things to jump on, things to do, things to climb over, and things that have been left behind by previous inhabitants. We've called it Jurassic Park. So this is an area we set aside for farming, and we also have sort of the remains of maybe a paddock or a cage for dinosaurs. I think what we can do is probably mirror that in other places on the island to get a theme going. So this area here, the hill, I've left alone for the most part. We might come and do a little bit of decoration on it. We have got some steps going up, which are kind of cool. We've got some trees and various bits and pieces on it. But for the most part, this area has been left empty so that houses and things, players can come here and build houses and stuff. It doesn't look too bad, actually, in the game itself. We might have to come back into the game and just have a little look, see, and work out if all the stuff that we've added actually works. Now, if you haven't seen these videos before, we are using W, S, A, and D to move. We're using Q to go down. We're using E to go up. We are panning around with the right mouse button, which is kind of cool. We are also... well, what are we doing at the moment? Well, we were on this beach. And I was thinking about how we've mirrored certain things. So this walkway here, which is tucked in with these steps, leads you up to here, which leads you to the little crosswalk with the little jumping puzzle. You can probably swim up and grab the box, but it does mean swimming through the sea, and if you're squeamish about sharks, then it might be a bit of a problem for you. So we have used these metal walkways in various different configurations. We've used them here as a banister or wall, and we've also used it over here as fencing. I like the idea of fencing, because at the moment there are some buildings. There's kind of an underground thing going on, but we don't have much in the way of fences, or other things that suggest that there were dinosaurs here. So we could probably revisit some areas and get that on the go. This is kind of cool here. I think over here we don't really have much going on, so we kind of got a candidate on this beach. This beach is kind of fine. Internally, we also don't have much going on here. So what we could do is add some random fence posts to kind of show that there may have been paddocks or may have been something here that existed in a land before time. Well, you know, Jurassic Park, innit? So I'm kind of wondering if we should put another one of these down, just in the back of my mind, just to get the sort of underground thingy going. But no, I think we're okay. So we can probably do with some more fencing in here, just to give it sort of a more industrial feel, like nature's taking over what was one of the islands that made up the Jurassic Park franchise, Isla Sorna, obviously being Island B. I can't remember the names of the other islands, and I'm not going to look them up now. So we're going to go and grab some rocks. We're going to grab Small Rock. Hello, Small Rock. You look amazing. You look amazing. Yeah, I like Small Rock. Okay, cool. So now we've got rock flattery out of the way, which is something you probably didn't think you were going to hear. As you opened up the video, you thought, well, I'm going to be looking at someone building an island in Stranded Deep, because the update hasn't come. There's been no updates, so I may as well make my own island to play on, and that's a good thing. That's half of the game is in the map editor. We're going to be pressing C to clone. We're pressing T to transform. We're going to grab the red toggle. We're going to grab the blue toggle. We're going to grab the green toggle. We're going to grab the red toggle again. We're going to press R to rotate. We're going to give it a little rotate, about 90 degrees, and then we're going to straighten that up. And then we're going to press T and just kind of get these two. Because we've got this weird little split in either side of this rock, so we're just going to balance one on top of the other to make it look like a thing that should exist in the world. In our world. In the world that we have created in order to create a world. It makes sense. It is a thing. Or is it? No, it is. It totally is. I might be coming down with a cold, you know. I usually talk out of my butt just before a cold hits. So, okay. That's a fun thing that I may have to deal with. But, what isn't talking out of your butt is the fact that we are creating fence posts, essentially. So what we can't do is select multiple objects together. What we can do is just clone that, move it over here. We don't need to go cray on the old fencing. What we can do is simply do maybe one or two of these here and there to suggest that there were paddocks or something going on, that were containing dinosaurs, and that the dinosaurs have escaped. Unfortunately, we can't put dinosaurs in the game, so this is literally you coming along and finding an in-gen base, and everything's gone back to nature. The dinosaurs have slipped back in the sea because evolution has sped up, and they've all gone, you know what, let's be fish again. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Structures. We'll click on terrain and objects because, see, if you got something selected and you drag something from the toolbox out, sometimes the thing will also move or spin, or you might accidentally delete it. So if we hit terrain and objects, whatever you had selected is not selected and no more, which is a handy little tip, a little cheat, a little cheat sheet. Hang on a sec. Yeah, okay. We're gonna need a different seafort bridge. We want seafort bridge broken because that one has the slatty slats in it. The natty slats. There we go. The other one has a bunch of junk on it. I don't want the junk. I just want the slatty slats. So we're going to press R. We're going to keep an eye on these things because they do tend to, when you have an object selected, sometimes it'll snap and you'll select an object in the background and you'll be like, oh, I'm very sad now because I've just moved something halfway across the map. I do not know what it is. and that has just ruined my Friday. And you're like, my Friday's ruined. I just can't even. I'm going to have to sit and have a hot chocolate with marshmallows in it. And then my dietitian is going to be upset. I'm assuming you've got a dietitian at this point. Your dietitian is going to be upset, and they're going to be like, why have you been drinking hot chocolate with marshmallows in it? And you're going to be like, well, because I moved something on an island map that I've been making in a video game. And they'll be like, oh no, that's actually pretty devastating. I would prescribe more hot dogs and marshmallows with chocolate in it. I don't think you can get hot dogs with chocolate in them. But we do have Japan, and Japan is full of weird things. I mean, it's kind of like that kid at school who just eats glue, but is just crazy good at like video games. And everyone wants to be their friend. So yeah, we're just stacking the stuff up, basically. We're just doing a little stacky stack of things, just to get some height here, and then we're just cloning this stuff once we've got it sort of on a parallel, on a level, and we're moving it back. And the only thing that I'm really making sure is kind of matching up are these horizontal pieces. Now that just snaps onto a different item, so I'll just click back on that. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. I just want to make sure these are kind of lined up as well. There we go. Kind of lined up. Because there's nothing worse with like a fence that... so we'll clone that. Oh, we've reached the maximum. Oh, I didn't even know there was a limit to these. Well, we just found out that there is a limit. Cool. So we can only have a maximum number of these walkways. I wonder if we can have a maximum, if we can kind of cheat it a little bit. I'm not sure. So I'll put that there to get some extra width. So as you're walking along here, it's like, oh, what's going on here? It feels a little bit better. We can do something with these posts as well. We will. We'll put some extra posts and things around. I'm wondering if that C4 bridge limit, you can usually drop a few more of the... alright, so it's literally just for that item. Okay, right, well... Thinking fast, because that's what you have to do sometimes. Think fast. We can do that. We can do that. I think it's probably okay though. Yeah, I think it'll probably be okay. So we just need to keep that in the back of our mind that we've hit the limit with these boys. What we can do is just rotate. Come on. And for a little variety, get this in here. So sometimes you'll hit an item limit and then you go to the toolbox and then you can squeeze one more item out. Technically, you could just add way more items if you're happy to edit a objects file. I'm not going to suggest that for various reasons. The item limits are there. I mean, it might work fine on your own computer, but the item limits are really there to help people's like the low-end machines. So machines that kind of people have. People are like, this is the only machine I've got. I want to run the game on this machine, but it's, if I can't quite get your map to work because you've got too many items and it's taking forever to draw and it looks like a slideshow and I'm sad now. And you never want to make a player sad. Okay, so we're replacing some pieces with other pieces. That kind of works. I'm going to take this, I'm going to move it. Oh, nope. Remember, there's no undo, and that just snapped onto something in the background. Okay. That snapped again to something else. I want this. Let's move you up. Let's move you higher in the sky. Good. Ascend walkway. Oh, good. That's done. Right. And the reason for that is I kind of want it on the horizontal. I mean, maybe you can squeeze another sort of piece out of it. Let's squeeze in the last little bit of tea out of a tea bag. Good. Ooh, I could just get a lot of people not going to know what that's like. I have 4 tea bags and I want tea, but there are 5 people. Oh no. Technically you make a pot of tea. You make a pot of tea. That will work quite well. But if you don't have a teapot, oh no! Everything is ruined. So let's take this one out as well. You can ascend. Look, it's going up. It's going up. Technically, you could just leave them up there. If you forget about them, you'll come to the map when you're doing your testing phase, and you'll be like, oh, there's stuff floating in the sky. I don't remember ordering that. That is strange, and I am now once again sad, and I'm straight in the cupboard, and I am straight onto the marshmallow. Like, ooh, okay, well, I mean, I'm not gonna judge you for that. This one was slightly unique in that. Let's get a better angle on the toggles. There we go. We could go a little. No, that's not. Let's go here. There we go. So we are. There we go. Better. It's better. Probably do the same thing here. Squeeze a lot more out. I don't know what happens when we have so many of the same pieces, so many objects on an island. I know that the billboard update. The billboards being when you see an island on the horizon, it doesn't render the full island with all the objects on it, it renders like a billboard version of it. The billboard update was, I still got that selected, terrain objects, there we go. The billboard update was actually why am I doing that? It was mostly because the player created islands were causing problems with frame rate drops because there were too many objects on the island, and the billboards, I think, were probably trying to render the entire island, but from a distance. And while it worked, every time you looked at it, it got a little bit choppy. It's a terrible thing. I think that works. Well, I mean, it works in so much as it... There we go. That's better. Oh no, it's not even that better. Not much better. I want that horizontal to be... There we go. There we go. Right, so now we've managed to squeeze 3 of these out, where we only had a few to play with. So what we can do is we can think about this horizontally, laterally, and kind of outside the box a little bit. So we've got the fencing in. I mean, I'm quite happy to add some more kind of along here maybe, or maybe some through here. Yeah, I mean, you're really just sketching at this point. It's kind of like, more like a rough sketch of what could have been there. We're not going to go crazy and start drawing lots and lots of crazy cages and things, because we just don't have the resources for it, and we know that now. So what we do is grab rock 4, rock 1. I keep calling it small rock 4. Don't know why. Why is that lodged in my mind? Where is my mind? Out swimming the little fishes, probably. Let's delete that, because I think what we should do. We've got 3 of them actually. We can put one... I think we could probably put one here. One here. And then maybe... Oh. I'm thinking sort of maybe one here. Let's do it probably here. Don't need to go too cray-cray. Clone that. T. Bring that back. Bring that up a bit. There we go. So the question is, how tall are these things compared to a player? That is an excellent question. How do we work this one out? How do we work out how tall something is compared to a player? Because we're making this, but we have no way of knowing the direction we are going. But the rowers keep on rowing until they get to structures and door. Well, door is the size of a player. So these are pretty freaking big. They don't look big until you work out, oh wait, door is the size of a planet? That's huge. That is huge. Yeah, now you see. Now you see. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll grab one of these. We know we're at item, so that's fine. We'll bring you down, bring you back. Oh, look at that. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. We can just use a few of these little totem poles to define, just pressing R, T and R, just to define extra areas where there may have been a cage. See? Just, that's all you need. All you need. All you need. Yep. Let's go. Objects. So we probably will put one here and then another one here maybe. So these ones kind of denote the front, and it's like that's a more structural element. It's fine. Fine. We can do this. And is that kind of a little bit? Yeah. So we press C to clone, T to tango, transform, but also tango. Because when you are building an island by yourself, and you're like, I'm just building an island by myself, you think, you know what, I can do with a little dance. Okay, well, see, the closer the camera gets to an object, the slower the camera gets. And then if we hold a button in one direction, eventually it'll free up and then slam into the side of the map. It's because the camera is not, does not have like a fixed speed. I don't know why this hasn't been addressed. It's one of the things I would like to be addressed. I'd like the speed of the camera to be fixed, and yeah, that's about it. Well, a bunch of other things. But for the time being, speed of the camera being fixed would be amazing. Right, we can do that. No, we're back. There we go. Done. Dunzo camera's in. So it looks like, hey, look, there's a bit more structural thingy here going on. What's going on there? What is going on here? I don't even. Can you even? And then maybe another one sort of here. So we'll go to rocky rocks. We'll go to collapse structures. Small one. Because at the moment, it just doesn't. It didn't feel like it felt like there was something missing. I guess Richard Attenborough was missing. Old Dickie Attenborough. Yeah. Old Dickie Attenborough. So we just do one more of these, I think. I think that will be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Cool. So we're flying around like a madman. Like an absolute freaking madman. Why is there a roundel on that? Why is my computer thinking about stuff? Computer, do not think about stuff. Oof. That's a terrible thing. It's like, oh, egg timer comes up. Nobody's seen an egg timer since Windows 95? Question mark? 96? 98. There was never a 96. There was a Windows ME though. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Oof. Millennium Edition Windows. Yeah, that was just hot garbage. You thought Windows 8 was bad. Oh, Windows Millennium Edition. And there were people who defended it as well. They're like, no, I just bought a new computer and it's got Millennium. No, you're wrong. But I've got a new computer and it's got Windows 8. Also wrong. Nope, terrible. Please don't. You're just embarrassing yourself now. There we go. We have sketched out another what could have been a cage here. But all the fencing has fallen over and only the fencing that has like a stone column is still upright, is still there, still available, as is the stuff over here. So that feels a little bit more something was going on. Something was going on here with that and the little houses and the walkways. Yeah, little stone walkways. That feels a bit better. It feels a bit more like something was going on. I like it. And then we've got the outlook. And then we've got... Oh, actually from the outlook, you can see... Oh, that you can see down there. It's suddenly becoming a bit more of an interesting island, I think. I mean, not that it's a terrible island to begin with, but things are beginning to get a bit more interesting. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I do. So, what we could do is just quickly snap over to the game itself. Save this, snap over to the game itself, and just have a look and see what we've done so far. Because I don't know if we'd done this last time. We'd actually given the island a little test. It's a good idea, though. An excellent idea. Thank you for suggesting it. Good. And we are back in the main game, in the world. It looks pretty good, actually. If we take a little swim, boom. So we haven't put any sharks in the game just yet. I don't trust the game enough not to jump us with something. But there's a wreck over there. Good. Oof. All right. So the game has populated the underwater part of the world with coral. It's populated it with fish. It's populated with poison boys, and there are black-tip reef sharks swimming around. It's looking pretty sweet. Here is the rock bridge that we created last time, and it actually looks really good. There's a little bit of rocks falling away. There's a break. It's huge. It really is huge, and you can't really notice the fact that if I look in here... Oh yeah, there's a little gap in there. So we've done good work. The steps, which you need to jump up because, well, there's no Minecraft sort of auto jump mechanic. But does this work? It actually does. Yeah. Oh my word, I didn't run. Okay. Can we get across here? I didn't jump. I forgot to do the run, and then I didn't do the jumpy thing. I'll give it one more shot. Oof. All right, let's give it one more shot. Let's go up here. Boom. And then hook. And then hook. And then hold it. Oh yeah, there we go. So there's the Dead X box. Oh, here's an interesting thing. We didn't put that rock tower in. The game did that. So the underwater areas, the game will put in like different bits of underwater. Oh, I'm glad you can get to it both directions. Cool. And we can get off this in both directions. So if we walk up here, this is the little hill that we've been spending all our time decorating, and it doesn't look too bad. Now it's got all the grassy stuff on there. You don't control that in the game itself. Oh, here's the steps. So last time we tested it, the steps were covered in this bush, and there's the outlook. So we'll just have to do a little hoppy hop up there. Let's run round. In fact, these rocks denote the fact that that's quite steep down there. Nice, cool. So we can just hoppy hop up here and then have a little look at the lookout. Well, it's a lookout. It works quite well. I think it works quite well. Yep, that's about the right size for sort of a little barrier to stop you walking off the edge. And if you do decide to do a hop, skip and a jump up here, it's kind of the same view we were looking at actually in the map editor. Yeah, it works quite well. That works very well, in fact. Oh, while we're here, why don't we just cross using the sky bridge through the forest. Yeah, because we added this last time after doing the last test. That works quite well. There's a lot of stuff that works quite well. So we'll just run across here. There's another thing we changed as part of the last test, and that was these bushes, because they were kind of... they're still kind of covering stuff up. But this big old hill, that we haven't put anything on, actually in-game doesn't look too bad once it's got all the scrubby grass and stuff all over it. That's fine. I like that. I like that a lot. So if we come to these steps, come down here, we've now got these. Look at that. And it's mighty fine. It's kind of big. It's fine. It doesn't really get in the way of the world, but it does say, oh, what are these? What's going on here? Well, paddocks and things. Yep, okay, so we've got, yeah, these things. They are huge. They're absolutely freaking big. Massive. Cool. Did we have this last time? I can't remember. I can't remember if we managed to test this. You can jump up it, and you can walk across it. And then, can we do 2 for 2? Oh, there's another rock spire that the game has added for us. There we go. And we've got the lantern, and we've got the aloe. This is here, but this rockety island doesn't have any dirt inside it, so that if you're here and there's a storm, this will probably get swamped. I was thinking, what is that noise? I think there's a fish out there. Is that a fish? I don't know what that is swimming out there. And then if you go into deep water, which technically this is deep water, the game can spawn whale beasties and it can spawn great whites and marlin. Ooh, sailfish. Do not want. So we are just testing. Let's see if we can. Oh no. Well, we beansed it. Okay. It's not too bad. Oof. The meantime before getting the heck out of the water is a little bit slow. But at least you can just swim out. That's fine. Yeah, everything looks fine. There was another issue. Ooh, I wonder if it's put the poison boy. And there's one there, but that wasn't there last time. So, like, a lot of the things... Oh, it must be low tide. Oh, yeah, no, that poison boy. So he is still there. So for us, he's going to be an issue. What about this plant here? I think this was the one we couldn't harvest anything from. Looks like we can harvest stuff from it now. Excellent. And these things don't have any problems with a level of detail. Once you're in the game, the tops of these keep disappearing for some reason. But in-game, they're fine. So here we should have a little sardine. Boop. Oh yeah, little fishies around the entrance to the sort of the rivery entrance, rivery spring, watery spring. That's kind of cool. So yeah, we've added some bits to make it feel a little bit more like there was stuff here, which are unusual. You don't see these in the actual game itself. So we've created something. Are we crouched? No, these things are just big. We've added something that just isn't in the game normally, which is kind of cool. I guess now we just kind of finish dressing the island. Yeah. What's the time of day? It feels kind of late. 14:26. Oh, I know why it is. It's because the cloud system. The shipwreck. We had a look at that last time. Yeah. Spooky shipwreck. And now it's covered in coral and things. Ooh. Nope. Let's get out of the water. Don't like being in the water. We haven't even put any sharks here yet. As soon as we've done that, it's going to be a lot more dangerous. Oh yeah, speaking of shark, we did add a few shipwrecks. What's the time? I'll tell you what we can do. Tools. I can't see. Time. With an M. 10. Just reaching around the old keyboard there. There we go. There you go. It's a lot better if you're testing an island to have access to dev tools. So, one of the things was I wanted the top of that shipwreck. So this is one of the things we didn't test. The top of the shipwreck is just barely visible. And one of the things is that... Oh yeah, no, this is terrifying. Please. So that shipwreck... Oh, there's a poison fish down there. There's the rocky rocks. The game has put some rocks blocking that, and then you get... There's another shipwreck out there, which you can see, which has the Wilson on it. Ooh, fish. Yeah, don't want. Let's see if we can swim back to shore. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that all seems... Well, it seems fine. The idea is to murder other players, not ourselves. There is one more thing. I mean, there's a few other shipwrecks around, but there's one more that should be visible from up here. From the little secret walkway that we put in. That should be slightly terrifying. There it is. Hello, you're terrifying. Can we get down there without dying? Yep. We could have landed our butt on something poisonous, but yeah, we can get down here without dying. Oof. So that's another shipwreck, and that's a fair way out. That's definitely within spawn zone for tigers and things. So cool. Absolutely brilliant. Dem storm clouds though. Dem storm clouds though. And the little watery pool on the beach. Cool. So I think we've tested everything else last time. You should be able to get into these places. Yep, full of grass and stuff. So there we are, full on dilapidated. And the walkways are walkway. Good. I think everything works. Everything works so far. There's a few more things that we can add to the island, add to the world. I think the other thing is all the water mesh seems to be meshing quite well. Oh yeah, we've been in here, haven't we? I think we have. So I don't see any sort of obvious gaps in the water mesh or the water texture or anything. Yeah, we have been in here. We do is smoothing that a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, yeah, no. And that's the abyss out there. Yep. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave it here for the time being. So if you like this, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell because that will give you notifications when videos go live. There's a Facebook, there's a Twitter, and you know what? I'll catch you next time.